Guys, it's Fonzie with DipYourCar.com, world famous peelable auto paints. Now everybody knows that Plasti Dip Aerosols have played a major role in automotive customization over the past 5 years specifically. I mean, think about it. All the way back in 2011 when Dip Your Car started, we were only able to offer you 3 different colors. That's all we had: black, white, and red. And it's kind of hilarious to think that we started back then with the ability to offer you 3 colors. As of today in 2016, Dip Your Car can offer almost 70 different Plasti Dip aerosol variations for you to choose from. People have been using these forever to change the color of their wheels, emblems, trim, anything you can think of on the smaller surface area scale. Anything larger, of course, we move towards the gallon. So you think to yourself, geez, there's almost 70 different variations at Dip Your Car. It's a little bit overwhelming. Today what I'm doing is breaking down for you my top 10 list of Plasti Dip aerosols. They're in the top 10 for a variation of different reasons, whether it's coverage or the effect that they can do or the versatility of them or even cost. This is my top 10 list. Let's see if your top 10 list matches up with mine. Let's jump right in. Enjoy the video. Now we're going to run through each one in no particular order, starting with number 10, and what is, in my opinion, one of the most overlooked and underrated Plasti Dip enhancers of all time, the Gold Metalizer. Now the reason why I think that this flies under the radar for people is because it's been around for such a long time. This stuff dates back since 2012 or so, and people tend to think that if something's been around a while, that it's dated or it's not relevant anymore and they want to try something new. I'll tell you right now, in my opinion, if you're looking for gold Plasti Dipped wheels, nothing gives you a better finish or better end result than Gold Metalizer. It goes over a black base. Now you have options when you're using this. You can do 2 light dust coats and just add a gold flake effect to your black wheel, but where it really shines and where it really performs is you stack 4 or 5 wet coats of Gold Metalizer over a nice solid black base, and you're going to get the brightest, most metallic gold finish possible at this date anyway with Gold Metalizer. If you haven't used Gold Metalizer yet and intend to Plasti Dip your wheels gold, go straight to the Gold Metalizer. You definitely won't be disappointed. Now number 9 is what might be one of the cooler effects that you can possibly get with a Plasti Dip aerosol, and that's the blue-green Chameleon can. This does give you color shifting abilities right out of an aerosol can, and the blue to the green shift on this one particular is very cool. It's very eye-catching without being too gaudy or running into any of those crazy pinks or purples. So you can get away with using this on your wheels and catch somebody's eye and go, did that just change from blue to green? But it's not over the top. Very, very good and quick coverage over a black base coat. Expect to use 3 or 4 coats total, and you're going to have a very unique, super, super clean finish. I definitely recommend trying this out if you're looking for something out of the norm. All right, number 8 is completely unassuming. Very few people use it unless you know how to, and that of course is the standard matte clear aerosol. Now why would matte clear be on the top 10 list? Where does this shine? You're not applying it over existing Plasti Dip colors, you're not using it to seal things up or anything like that. Where matte clear shines is when it's applied over chrome trim, chrome emblems, or chrome wheels, because what matte clear does when applied over chrome, and not a lot of people know about this. I did a video on it, but back in 2012, a lot of people still don't know this trick. You spray matte clear Plasti Dip aerosol over chrome trim and it turns it instantly into a brushed aluminum look. So on Audis and BMWs, there's different cars out there that utilize brushed aluminum trim or even mirror caps. If you have that kind of chrome looking plastic and you want to get away from it, but you don't want to go to a full blackout, you go straight to the matte clear aerosol. It does an excellent job. You won't even know it's there. It still looks OEM. You build up your 4 or 5 coats to make sure it's durable and peelable, but it'll change that chrome to a brushed aluminum look. I've done it on Audis and stuff all the time on my personal vehicles. Nobody knows about this trick, but it is super, super cool. If you haven't tried it yet, definitely try it. Now number 7 is more of a new kid on the block. This product has not been out for a very long time, but it gives you one of the best metallic finishes out there, period. This is the Graphite Metalizer. Again, it's kind of new, so not everybody knows about it. A lot of people kind of are steered towards more of the core products that most people are using and more of the popular stuff. This is not like regular metalizers. There's a couple metalizers that we're going to cover in this one that are kind of like sparkly and give you that metallic effect on top, and then there are some that give you a solid color. This is one of the ones that is not supposed to be a sparkly metallic effect. This gives you a full solid metallic color. So this is going to go over your black base coat. You're going to build up 4 wet coats of it on top, and the end result is a dark, deep, metallic, single stage semi-gloss finish too. It's nice and shiny. It works so freaking good. If you haven't used this one yet, try it out for sure. Graphite Metalizer looks awesome, and it's one of those ones that you use. You know, some Plasti Dip aerosols, you spray them, and most people who know what's going on go, oh yeah, that's dipped. I could tell right away. This is one of the few that when you use it, even without any glossifier on top or anything, just straight out of the can, very, very hard to tell that your wheels are even dipped. Definitely try this one out. Now number 6 is on the list because it does one thing and does it extremely well. This is the bright aluminum metalizer, and what this does, what it accomplishes, is it replicates an OEM aluminum finish on a wheel. It does it flawlessly. It does it without any brain power or thoughts at all. You drop down almost any base coat, gunmetal gray, dark gray, or black, and then you come in with 3 wet coats of bright aluminum metalizer on top. You don't need any glossifier. You can apply it if you want, but the coverage on this is insane. I mean, you could have a polka dot wheel and spray 2 or 3 coats of this on top and you wouldn't even see underneath it. It just gives you a one-step, no thoughts needed replication of an aluminum wheel. So if you have aluminum wheels and you got some curb rash on them, you got some staining, you got some scratching, and you want to refresh all your wheels, this is the product to go to. It does it extremely well. So we're halfway through, we're at number 5, and number 5 is kind of an oddball. Gunmetal gray is not on the top 10 list. Why would dark gray be on the top 10 list? It's not very flashy. It's obviously just a flat original Plasti Dip color. Not a lot of people know this, but dark gray on DipYourCar.com is like half the price of some of the other original Plasti Dip colors. The reason for that is we used to have the value wheel kits, which utilize dark gray as a neutral base for a lot of enhancers and other colors. And when we moved to the new website, we kept that price on the dark gray aerosols. So for example, if you were going to do Graphite Metalizer on your wheels, well, you need your base product first before you put your enhancer. So you could buy 4 cans of black or 4 cans of gunmetal gray as your base and then put your metalizer on top. Or if you know about the trick, you can get 4 cans of dark gray aerosol first, save half the cost, and then put your enhancers on top. So it's not flashy, it's not a crazy color, but if you know how to utilize it, dark gray can save you a ton of money. Now number 4 is maybe my all-time favorite Plasti Dip aerosol that's ever come out as far as visual effect in the way that it looks when it's done, and that is the copper metalizer. You've seen it on a ton of my personal vehicles wheels before. You've seen it on the S8, you've seen it on the S4, we've done it on the R8 wheels before as well. Copper metalizer looks awesome. It goes over a black base coat. You can use it if you want for like a light dusting, a metallic effect, but it doesn't really perform that well with that. Where it shines is when you do 4 or 5 wet coats and you build up that copper metallic look. I'm telling you, you're going to see some pictures here of how it looks when it's done. If you want something different, a lot of people do gray metallic wheels. A lot of people do blacked out wheels. You want something different, if you cycle through some of those popular colors before, try copper metalizer. It's one of the best as far as visual appearance in my opinion, and because it's my list, it's number 4. Now the number 3 Plasti Dip aerosol on the list is by far one of our most popular, one of our highest selling items that we have ever introduced at Dip Your Car, and of course I'm talking about the world famous True Metallic Anthracite Grey. There have never been more wheel kits of any other color that have left our facility than Anthracite Grey by a mile. This product is extremely user-friendly. It doesn't matter if you have never used Plasti Dip before or you used it 1,000 times. You can use Anthracite Grey and end up with a beautiful dark gray metallic finish every time. The coverage is completely insane. I don't care if you have a black base coat, a white base coat, or a blaze green base coat. 2 wet coats of Anthracite Grey metallic, and you've got a solid Anthracite Grey metallic finish. I've used it on a ton of my own personal cars. It's basically our go-to. When somebody calls up and says, hey, I want to dip my wheels, what color do you think I should use? We could suggest black, but that's kind of boring. We go right to the Anthracite Grey because we've never suggested Anthracite Grey and had the person not happy at the end of the day. It's just a core item that we could not possibly be happier with. If you haven't used Anthracite Grey, I guarantee there's going to be a day where you will. Now, the number 2 Plasti Dip aerosol on the list is the Glossifier. Now, of course, this has become a tool that every dipper needs to have in their toolbox at all times. And the main thing that it does, you know this, is it gives you the option to have the variations in different finishes. It lets you choose. Do you want to stop with the matte finish? Do you want to have a gloss finish? Or do you want to go and stack a bunch of coats with a high gloss finish for the end of your project? But the more that you use it, the more you realize that it does much more than that. For example, the Glossifier now has the Fade Buster, the UV protectant in it. So if you really wanted to go with one of the blaze colors or something fluorescent or a color like that, this can really help prolong the lifespan of some of those colors that can fade much, much quicker without it. Also, one of my favorite things about Glossifier is that it makes a huge impact when you're using a pearl or a metallic flake in your Plasti Dip. So for example, you have one wheel that has Anthracite Grey True Metallic that has the pearl and the metallic flake in it. You have another wheel that's Anthracite Grey True Metallic with 2 coats of Glossifier on top. The end result is dramatic. It adds so much depth, so much clarity. It brings a lot of sparkle to the metallic flake or pearl or whatever's in your product. It really does finish it off and bring it to the next level when you're done. Glossifier is just one of those pieces that has to be there and has made a huge impact on our industry. Now, the number 1 Plasti Dip aerosol on the list is Plasti Dip Black. There's just no other way around it. It's the foundation that this entire thing was built on. It's the most popular, it's the most widely used, it's the most versatile, it's even necessary as a base coat for certain pearlizers and metallizers. They need the black as a contrast. It's one of those things that everybody who's watched this video has probably used black Plasti Dip 1 time or 1,000 times. There's no other way around it. You just can't lose love for something that's so popular and so necessary. So Plasti Dip Black, don't need to tell you much about it, but this product alone has made such a big impact on my life. I still use it on a weekly basis and probably will use it moving forward, just like a lot of you guys, every week. You can do almost anything with it. You can throw Glossifier over it, you can throw metallizers over it, you can throw pearlizers over it. It's one of the most versatile products that we have, and it will continue to be a cornerstone in Dip Your Car moving forward. Now, that was totally different and a ton of fun. I really look forward to doing more top 10 videos with you guys in the future. The question is, how different was my top 10 than your top 10? Which ones did I have on my list that you would have left out? And which ones did I not have that you definitely would have had on there? Leave comments below. I'm going to read through them for sure and see what you guys think. Now, everything you saw today can be found at DipYourCar.com if you're looking for it. If you have any questions at all, email CustomerService at DipYourCar.com, or you can call in or chat with us directly on the website. It's Fonzie. I'll see you on the next video.